Hi Casilos, welcome to another episode of CDN Sports Talk. I'm Brian Ochoa and it's another beautiful Friday. And before I start, I want to thank everyone who watched the previous episode and the other episodes of CDN Sports Talk. And please continue to do so. We're out every Friday, YouTube and Facebook. And you can check also our other socials. We're at Instagram. You know, CDN, it's always, we've got it all in all social platforms. We're at Instagram, we're at TikTok, we're in WhatsApp. Also, we have channels at WhatsApp, Viber, and Telegram. So see, I think I missed one, but yeah, I think Instagram is too many. I can't even memorize
lots of social media.
Just check all social media platforms and we're there. CDN Digital, and we of course we have our website cdn.ph. That's the short version, but you lead you there. Get all the latest news in sports and news and lifestyle and everything else in Cebu, about Cebu and beyond. So, without further ado, I would welcome my guest here. My English is little, his is very many. So anyway, I'll let you say your name before I murder it.
Oh yeah, no
Keith.
problem.
I just know you as Keith.
Well, I can tell you that your English is better than my Visayan.
Oh, okay.
So I can tell you that. My name is Keith DeFiebre.
Mm-hmm. He owns he owns a team here.
Yeah, started a team here.
Of course, I'm sure the sports people out there is familiar with him because Khalil Sanchez and all this very promising cyclists. So on under his team. So Keith, welcome to CDN
Thank you so
Sports
much.
Talk.
Cebu Daily News. Thank you.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great. What a beautiful day here in Cebu.
Yeah. So how before we get started, a little background on you. What made you decide to come up with this team?
I know,
very successful team, by the way. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm a racer myself, and I've raced for many years, and I love cycling. And I was an event organizer in America, course designer. I've done.
So cycling is really your thing.
Yeah, it's been my life for a long time. And so when I visited Cebu, I came just for vacation. And then.
And what year was this?
Yeah, that was 2012. And so I just came looking around, and then I noticed how, number one, the people are so amazing, right? And so I noticed that they loved two wheels, loved cycling, and so. At first, I didn't bring my bike, but then the following years, I brought my bike, and I was able to meet some racers. I stay in Toledo City, and I was able to meet Nilo Barbalose, who's one of the best masters racers in the country. So he got me inspired to compete. I race all the time myself, so I started bringing my bike, venturing out to races, and after a couple years, I really noticed that some people that were young needed some help with equipment, needed some help financially. They wanted to race, they were very good, but they just didn't have the means. And so I thought, hey, I could start a team.
So that's when you started. What year was this when you started?
So I started it was 2017.
All right.
So I came in 2012. The first race that I won here was 2014. I won a race.
Could you remember what race that?
Yeah, it was in Lapu-Lapu at the Hoops Dome.
At the Hoops Dome?
At the Hoops Dome. And I had a couple near calls before this. The stories go on and on and on. It's been amazing. I did a race in San Carlos and
San Carlos in Negros, right?
In Negros, yeah.
It's a nice place, by the way. I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Just traveling and seeing the beautiful areas of Cebu. It's real pleasure. So, anyways, I was in the lead. The motorcycle marshal actually crashed me in the lead with just a couple laps to go. It took a while to win. I had to learn the style of the racing.
Here.
There's really good athletes here. The athletes are super strong, super fit. You can't mess around. You have to be prepared to battle. If you think it's going to be easy, it's not going to be easy.
All right.
So yeah.
So you started Team 2017. How was it so far? I mean, when you started, it was there were already a number of cyclists that you had.
In 2000. So. A couple of the reasons why I started it is I wanted to help out some young racers. I befriended some, so I was like, hey, I could get you some clothing and let's start a team. Also, I noticed that women cyclists in Cebu needed some help. So at the time, there was just one lady named Anna Maximo. Patricia. Yep.
Maximo, yeah.
She's such a great person. So I befriended.
Shout out to the dad too.
Oh yeah, her dad is awesome. Such a great family. And so I befriended them, but I noticed that she had to race against the men. There wasn't even a women's division, and especially in mountain biking. And so what I did is Pamela Jane Ruiz I think she was 14 at the time. I befriended her, and I noticed that she had a lot of potential and was very good. So I added her to my team, and then I really realized that for the promoters, I had to contact the promoters in the mountain bike races to have them add a women's division. So I had to send money to start the women's division.
So you started a women's race.
A lot of it,
right?
well, and Pamela too. She's a leader. Her mother, Lucille, was a leader. You know, if you're active in the sport, people follow. And so Pamela had some success. She ended up being national champion for Cebu, which was really amazing. She won the Philippines national game, gold medal. She won national champion for juniors, and she also was third in the elite race. So she made a huge name for herself. Plus, she was so good on the downhill. Anyway, so at that point, I really wanted to help out women's sports, especially the women's cyclists, get them going. And then I added a girl named Athena Magpante from Iloilo. She ended up being the Batang Pinoy national champion and also the Philippines national champion, youth and junior. So it kind of, it was just super successful for the women. Another big part with my team was when I added Donkey Sanchez. So Nilo Barbarossa was on my team. We had some great juniors. Donkey is one of the most successful racers, you know, ever from the Philippines.
You know that, right?
Yeah. So he ended up being 3-time national champion for my team. So it's just been a good process, and I've been fortunate.
Okay, so you mentioned about all of this. You know, your team actually has a lot of winners in it. But aside from that, what can you say makes your team special right now?
I know, you know, it's just hard to say. I think that over the years, I've been fortunate to add a rider who's young and then maybe develops. So there was one girl, Aliana Velasco. Now, when she first started on my team, she had won no races. She was racing in her tennis shoes, and her father was super supportive. And I got some tips like, hey, this girl's got talent. She could do something. So we tried to help her out. I tried my best. And sure enough, she ended up winning some solid races.
You see sometimes you see some potential. What actually what do you see when you say, you know, I think she has potential? What
I think a lot of it, a lot of it's heart, good mindset, not complaining, like just ready to go and do it. And of course, that goes up and down for athletes, right? Because she stopped racing. So, and that was her decision. You know, I totally respect that. Other people, it's their passion. One example is Khalil Sanchez. He's one of the true greats, a national champion for the Philippines, a national champion on my team in the road bike.
We had Khalil Sanchez, by the way.
Khalil's been here many times. So, and he when he started, he was kind of a newbie to cycling. He was a motocross racer.
Yeah, he was motocross. That's what he told us, right?
He looked so funny. He looked so new in his kit. You know, he really looked so cute. You know, just a new racer. But now, you know, he's the pure champion. I mean, he wins all the time. You have to beat Khalil to win a race. You have to beat Khalil, and it's hard to do.
It's not a Chamba Prince. Because his races are looking in, like
it's tough. But he's a beast on a mountain bike, on a road bike, and so, you know, what is it? It comes from inside. It comes. You do have to have some support from your family.
Yeah.
And so then I try to help the families out if I can. It's not easy. They need help just to go to the races, and I kind of see that whole picture. After a couple years, I could see that. Some families, it's not easy just to pay for schooling, and so you know, how are they going to do sports if they're just, you know, just trying to get to school? So, luckily for me in America, I've had a lot of people help me, and a lot of people have see the big picture in it all, and I've had some great help. So I've done some fundraisers. I get people that see the big picture that support the team. Each year I bring many items for the team, so I kind of save up during the year, and I've been fortunate.
Can you include me in your team too?
Yeah, we can get you. I can get you a jersey for sure. Yeah,
no, just kidding.
Your son. We want your son on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mickey, get ready. So anyway,
right.
You mentioned some of the names that, you know, your ace riders right now. Can you tell us more about who you're promising riders? Do you have some names
right.
you want to share? What's potential?
There's been so many. We've had over 30 athletes part of the team, and you know, they come and they go, and maybe I could be demanding sometimes. Like I want people to respect the team, and I want them also to work hard for their sport. If they just want to compete and maybe not train, not like be super dedicated, it's hard to say, hey, you know, here, take some money. but you haven't trained in 2 weeks, or you just haven't really been committed. I want to show them
Commitment
that
is important.
Pardon? Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Especially when the money's coming out of my pocket a lot. I work hard for my team, and but we've had so many. I mean, it's been just such a pleasure. This year I added a gentleman named Andrew Ferrer from Mandaue, and he's a super strong kid. Uh-huh. He's super strong. He won the Batang Pinoy.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's just super strong kid, a sprinter, really powerful. So he has a lot of potential.
So he's one of the athletes we were supposed to watch out for,
right? I
just
just added him, and he always does good. For me, local racing is as important as the big races. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to win the local races, and then you move on to the big races. Mm-hmm. So he wins those, and I could go on and on. The women's side, we've had a lot of really good women, like Kate Navarez from Denal. She was kind of in between teams. We added her to our team. She immediately started succeeding. It was just such a pleasure. And then she moved on to the team in Denal because that's her local area. Mm-hmm. And sometimes those hurt to lose your.
I was gonna ask you that. When some leave.
Oh, it hurt. It hurts. I understand how, because in America I've been helped by Corinne Rivera, who's from the Philippines, and she was one of the world's best racers. Mm-hmm. She just retired. But she raced in Europe, so she provided numerous items for my team. She's been so amazing, and I could see. Then there was another lady named Jackson. Oh my gosh, I just had a brain fading. But anyway, so she owned one of the World Tour teams, and so she ended up sponsoring my team, just providing some stuff for the team. And I would talk to her. I'd say, when a rider leaves your team, does it hurt?
Yeah.
And it really does hurt, because you give a lot. They become your friends, your family.
Yeah, right.
And then
there's a relationship already. But just like that, when some of your riders leave,
I could just say it's Linda Jackson. Sorry, Linda. Oh my God, and she's one of the biggest names in the sport too. So Linda, I just had a brain fade.
It's okay. Yeah. It happens, right? So anyway, when that happens, when some of your ace riders leave, or when there are times that your team not just really perform, how do you push yourself to continue this? You know what I mean? Right.
Thankfully, the reason why I'm still probably in it is because the team seems to always perform. Okay. We're at 900 wins now. Yeah. Over 900 in 8 years.
In the span of what?
8 years. 8 years. So we just started our 9th year, which is kind of unheard of. I mean, that's just, it shows that there's many races in Cebu. There's races almost every weekend, and then they're spread out around the region. But we've traveled all over the Philippines. There's so many beautiful places to cycle. The team has been fortunate to travel all over, and we seem to be able to win everywhere we go. So it's been good.
It's been good. So what pushes you is just, because your team is always there. Always, luckily they're just there to always continue winning, right?
Yeah.
How do you find the Cebuano cycling community?
It's really amazing. I'd say it's super good. It's grown over the years. During pandemic, I think people really start cycling. Yeah. But there's still the same core, like the same core. When I first came, it was Navarro Elmer, Jumi Pagdanawan, J-Bop Pagdanawan, Jonel Carcueva was just coming up back then, and he went on to win the national championship. So those are still leaders now, and now they're in their 30s, getting to be their 30s.
So at least you have yours preparing for the young ones, right?
Yeah, and they've started their own teams too, which is pretty amazing. So I was hoping they'd do that, and I'd say the whole scene is really strong, like really, really, really strong. There's races all the time. For me, they're super friendly. My masters group is really good. There's people like Philip Science, Paul Gambon, Amon Espinoza. There's just so many great racers, and I'm just happy to be able to come here and compete and try my best.
So hopefully we'll have some of them here in our show in the near future. You can just contact us, and we'd love to have them here, right?
Okay, great. Heck yeah, it's good for the publicity of the sport.
The sport. And we really want to, like what we've been saying before, we always want to feature sports that are really some that need more exposure than just basketball and volleyball. I'm so sorry for basketball, but we love basketball. I know we know that, but there are some sports that we need to really to show other people that we're strong in, like cycling, right?
Running, cycling. There's so many great triathlon.
Yeah,
I mean, Cebu excels at all those sports.
So Keith, here, if some aspiring cyclist out there sees this and says, "How do I become a part of Keith's team?" What are you looking for, and how do they contact you or something?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm contacted a lot. You can imagine people, I want to be on your team, but I've never cycled before. That's hard to do,
That's
right?
hard, yeah.
Because I want to support people that really love it. And my team, I've wanted to help people that are super passionate about it. So I'd say you just need to get out to your local races, search for your local clubs, do group rides. If you see a cyclist that looks serious, talk to them. It's an expensive sport, and that's one of the reasons why I started it, to help people out with equipment. Yeah, because I know you need it. Pedals, shoes, gloves, helmet, you need everything. Sunglasses. So what I would say is just get yourself involved. Try to find mentors, people that could help you, older people that would help you. And my team is maybe the highest level as far as like winning. I expect my team to win. So if you were to be on my team, I'd just say, hey, please try to win some races, get in it, and then I'd love to talk to anyone about being on my team. Especially the girls. I love to help out female sports. That's very important for me, because I don't see that they have enough opportunities. Even today, there's promoters that won't have a division of women. And you're like, please, like, even if there's only a few, because then next year, maybe there's 4. And then the following year, there could be 12. And so it just takes, growth.
So, thank you very much, Keith.
Yeah, I'm sure I talked your ear off. Did I?
So it was good having you again. If you decide to come back and want to talk about more, if you're about your team,
my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And it's been good.
Again, to the athletes, to the cyclists there, remember, you have to be really determined and really train and just be serious about it, not just...
Yeah, if I can say one thing, it does take like super determination. Cycling is a hard sport. I mean, you have to train daily. You have to watch your diet. You have to learn about the sport, watch YouTube, dream it. That's where people on my team, Pamela, Athena, I mean, they live the sport. And so for me, that's important.
Is there a chance for me, like 43-year-old?
I think we can do it. We can do it. I could coach you. This could be a project we could work on.
No, just my son, right?
Right.
Okay. So Keith, thank you. Any parting words for our viewers out there?
Well, I'd just like to thank the people of the Philippines, especially the people of Cebu. I have had hardly any issues coming here. I've faced my own problems. I had a couple hard crashes. I broke my ribs once. I had a bacteria infection in my leg where it was very severe. But I keep coming back because I love the people. The kids are so great. When I'm out there cycling, they're, hey Joe, they're yelling at me. They chase me down. I love to do photos with them and just share smiles. In America, there's a lot less of that. Here in the Philippines, I can walk and say hi to people, and it's just nonstop. And so it's really just a pleasure. Especially the beauty of the region. I really love how beautiful it is. And
I'm sure the Cebuanos also love you. And I'm thankful for you, especially the sport of cycling. I mean, the women's race. Imagine you're the guy to thank for the women's division, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, and I wonder if I could just finish on this last note. We do have one girl now, Carla Flotenia from Bajan. Yep. She's been exceptional for my team the last couple years. She's kind of led the team for the women's side, and where others were falling away, she just has been super committed. And she's a nursing student, just graduating. She's just turned 18. The last couple of years, she's been fantastic and won some big races. We have to really thank her and her family. And her brother, Carlo, is up and coming too. So it takes that. It's really amazing. You see 2 from the same family doing so good. Yeah. And they both are exceptional. So it's motivating for me.
All right. So it's one cyclist we're going to watch out for. So Dale, our writers, for sure is going to write about her.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, could we bring her into the photo?
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Yeah, our next champion. She's not going to come in.
So thank you very much, Keith, again.
Thank you.
And we're gonna hope we have you again sometime soon. And to our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Again, if you're cyclists, you have a Facebook page, right?
I sure do. Yeah.
Yeah. So check it out.
My name, Keith DeFiebre.
All right. Flash it. Yeah, we're gonna flash it here. Yeah. All right. So in behalf of before we go, CDN Digital again and. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, I forgot a while ago, and TikTok. I forgot about it a while ago. And we have channels at Viber, Telegram, and WhatsApp. So check it out. And our articles are all at cdn.ph. We did write about Khalil Sanchez already before, so check it out. It's in our archives. And we're going to write about Keith here. Of course, Glendale is going to take care of that. So thank you very much again for watching CDN SportsTalk. Again, until next Friday. Please do follow us. We're out every Friday at 6 p.m. YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much, Keith. Thank you to all our viewers. Goodbye.